Hey nail girly, I am going to show you how to create this nail set at home. If you're interested in nail content, please subscribe right now. I do upload every other week and you don't want to miss out. But let's get right into today's nail tutorial. So I am starting off with this horrible looking hand. Oh my god, my nails needed some help already. So I am going to start off with this cuticle remover here. You guys see, I am using the McCart one. I do really like this one and it comes with a lot of products, so I do recommend it. I have not had any issues with it. It works with everyone that I do nails with, so I definitely recommend. If you guys are interested in any products that I use today, go ahead and check out my links below. I do have everything linked on my Amazon storefront. First and foremost, let's get into the nail prep. You want to have good nail prep so that everything you apply later on actually lasts and your nails last a long time. If you guys are not prepping your nails, it might be the reason why your nails are not lasting longer. If you guys are not cleaning up the cuticle area, definitely start doing that, and I promise you your nails are going to last a lot longer. So I think it's the first time I ever used this wooden little tool in any of my videos. I did want to use this one because I know someone had requested this before. So I did want to show you that you can use these and just push back the cuticle, kind of just get in there, lift it a little bit so you can go ahead and remove any of that dead cuticle afterwards, any of the dead skin. So I did push back mostly with that thicker side of it, and now with the pointier side of it, I am just going to go in and kind of lift this a little bit more, just making sure that I clean up that cuticle area as much as possible. You do want to make sure it's clean and it's nice and clean. It makes your nail set look a lot nicer as well when you do clean it all up. So I am just kind of scraping anything that I could scrape off of there. And then as you guys can see here, I am going to be taking my cuticle nippers and any of that skin that I was able to like kind of get underneath and lift a little bit, I am going to take off. I don't want that dead skin on my nails. I do kind of have a lot, well, not a lot, but I do usually tend to have some of this cuticle that I like to remove. I know some people have easier cuticles, some people have harder cuticles to clean up, but mine are kind of like in the middle, so I definitely am gonna remove some of it just to make this look a lot nicer and cleaner at the end. So I am just taking my cuticle nippers. If you guys are using these at home, be very careful. You don't want to cut off and more than you need to. If you guys are afraid of it, just use little drill bits. The little ball drill bits are usually the ones that I like to use when I am afraid. You know, if I'm doing someone else's nails and I don't want to hurt them, you definitely want to use that. It's a little bit easier, softer on the skin. Once I was done with that, I did take my Melody Susie nail file and I am filing off a little bit of the length of my nails. They didn't have length really, but I did want to just make it a little bit shorter and cleaner just so that when I do apply my Gel-X nails, I don't have a lot of my natural nail underneath. So I didn't want to just go in with the nail clippers. I felt like there wasn't enough to clip off. So I do recommend anyone who doesn't have too much length, but you do want to just shorten it a little bit, you can go ahead and just file off a little bit of that length from your nail. But now as you guys see here with my Melody Susie nail drill, I am going to be using this just to file the surface of all of my nails. I honestly would have to say that I have to tell you guys, you cannot skip this step. If you are skipping this step and your nails are falling off very quickly, it's because you're skipping this. Honestly, if you have any shine on your natural nail, anything on top of that is not going to grip on. But if you remove any of the shine from the surface of your nail, everything else later on after you dehydrate and prime after you dehydrate and prime, it will grip on. So I definitely recommend everyone at home filing off any of the shine from your nail, and then after that with a little brush and alcohol, just wipe brush everything off. Just make sure that there's no dust, there's nothing on your nail, you have a clean surface. And oh my god, you guys, I bought this recently and I wanted to show you guys. I also purchased this Melody Susie little kit with the dehydrator and primer, so I am going to be using it today. I like their little bottles, honestly they're very cute. So I am going to just take the dehydrator first and then the primer, but honestly, you guys, if you're not prepping your nails, if you're not following these steps, that might be the reason why your nails are falling off. If they are, definitely maybe change a little bit of your prep, try different products. Sometimes products work with some people, not everybody. So definitely you guys trial and error. I will link this below as well if you guys are interested in the Melody Susie little kit. I honestly have not seen anything wrong with it. My nails are still on very good, and I hit my pinky finger and oh my god, it's been hurting like all day. It's on there, like it's on. But now moving on to the nail glue I am going to be using. This one I purchased from Amazon. Again, this one I have gifted to a couple people who do their nails, and I tell them, try this glue. I promise you it's gonna hold your nails on for a very long time. Literally, if I do not touch my nails at all, they will last maybe like 4 or 5 weeks. And the girls that I have gifted it to have told me like this glue is good. It does not come off. Like my nails are on. But now moving on, once I did apply a thin layer of that, I did go ahead and cure it. And now these are the tips that I'm going to be using. This is what they look like. I wanted to show you guys. It has a little bit of a curve. I like that. I like it for my square tips. These are my favorite square nails. I love the shape on these, and I like that they're long because if I do want short square tip nails, I can obviously cut off as much as I want, but these are honestly my favorite. Again, Amazon, check the links down below. But I am just going to be sizing. You do want to make sure you measure from sidewall to sidewall, which means from one side of your nail to the other. You want to make sure that it covers everything. You don't want to see that it covers more than your nail, or you don't want to see that it covers less than your nail. You want it to match literally from one side to the other. Once you're happy with that, then obviously that'll be the nail that you like for that finger nail of yours. But that's what I was doing here, just making sure I size them all. And then you are going to want to take some acetone. If not, you will be using your nail drill. For today's video, I am going to be using acetone and this brush here. I am going to be doing some chemical etching. I am not doing a nail drill today. I just didn't want too much dust, so I did go in with the acetone. And you do want to just apply this where your nail is going to be on that nail tip. You want to just melt this a little bit, blend it out, just kind of roughen it out with the acetone so that later on, again, if it's a sleek surface, a shiny surface, things don't stick on. So you do want to make sure you roughen up the area so that they stick onto each other and stick onto the products that you are applying. So that's what I'm doing here, is just copying the same process onto every single nail tip. Again, it's only in the area where you feel your nail's gonna touch that nail tip. And then once I'm done with that, I am gonna be just applying a little bit of this glue at the edge of the nail, and then just applying it, making sure it's smooth onto all of my nail. There's no bubbles, there's nothing. If there is, you guys take it off, apply a little bit more if you guys need more glue, or just apply it all over again. As you guys see here, I was happy that time. It does take a little bit to get used to how much glue to use. Honestly, even to this day, as you guys just saw, I don't get it right every single time, but you guys will get used to it and kind of realize, okay, I need this much for this nail, this much for this nail, and then you guys are just gonna literally just apply it and then just know it's gonna work. But you do want to start by just pressing down around the cuticle area first, and then the front of the nail after, flash curing it, and then curing it completely under the lamp. And as you guys see here, once I did that, I did take my nail tip cutter and just cut off some of the length of these nails. I have not had long nails in a while, and these were long for me. These are long for me. Honestly, I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how long I'm gonna last with these, but I actually am liking the length, but at the same time I'm like not used to it. But now moving on, again with the Melody Susie nail drill, I am going to just be blending in around the cuticle area where the nail tip is at. I want to make sure you guys know that you want to blend this out because you want it to blend seamlessly from your nail tip from your nail to the nail tip. You want to make it seem like it's your nail. It's just growing out. So you do want to just file as much as possible to just make that blend into each other. This is what it should look like. So I am just cleaning it up right now, and I'm gonna show you guys that's what it should look like. It literally looks like it's your nail. It doesn't look like it's a Gel-X tip. You don't want that bump. That bump is gonna make it hard to do any gel polish or anything later on. Is gonna make it harder. So I definitely recommend you guys filing and smoothing it out as much as possible. I did all my nails off camera. I just cleaned them up, and now with a little bit of base coat, I'm going to be taking this one here and just applying a thin layer onto every single nail. Just a thin layer, and then curing it under the lamp. Now this is a perfect time to just pause a little bit and just tell you guys, today I'm going to be recreating with a little bit of a twist this nail set you guys see on screen. I am so obsessed with these nails. I'm so excited to do these nails. I saw them and I figured, oh my god, these are so pretty. I have to have them for the summer. I found them, I believe, on Instagram. I believe I started following Hollywood with the Good Nails on Instagram, and I saw the nails and I just became obsessed. I knew I had to purchase these things and try them at home, and I'm obsessed with how these look. I hope you guys recreate these at home as well. But now moving on, once I was done with my nail tips, applying the base coat, curing it, I am going to be going in with this pink shade here. This one I did get off of honestly, a lot of the things I get are from Amazon. But this one I did get from Amazon. It is like a baby pink color. I did have to build it up because it is a gel polish, and honestly it made me realize that I don't want to use gel polishes as nude colors. It's runny and it's not as nice as the builder gel nails, the nail builder gels, whatever, you guys know what I'm talking about. The nudes that I usually use I like because they level themselves out, but with this here, when you use gel polishes, they're thinner, so they just move around. So I personally am not going to use gel polishes for nudes. I mean, unless I really need the color, but I don't plan on it. I plan on getting different colors in the NKK collection so I can have more options from the builder gels. But I did apply 2 layers onto every single nail. I did need to build it up, so maybe it might have been 3, to be honest. But when I was done, after every single layer, I did cure. Now moving on, I am going to kind of shape them a little bit before I start shaping them later on. There wasn't a lot to shape, but again, because it was gel polish, it moves, which makes it a little bit harder to work with, but it's also fine because it's gel polish. It is meant for the nails. I needed something thicker. But anyways, I am just taking the nail file and just filing the sides, just kind of making them a little bit sharper. The edge, the free edge as well, just kind of filing, making it sharp. I did want it to look clean for the next step, but again, we will be repeating this step later on all over again. Now, for the colors today, I am going to be using these for my Beetles. Oh my god, you guys, I cannot talk. For my Beetles gel polish collection, the deals box, I am going to be using, I believe it's like 6 or 7 of the colors from there. I love the colors. They work very well, and I figured I have most of them in this kit, so that's why I gravitated towards this one. But now let's start this nail art. We're going to be just doing lines across, literally thicker, thinner. So this first one, I just did a line across, and then I kind of created a little bit of the French tip little curve with this orange. And once I was done with that, I cured it. You want to cure after every single layer, every single color. I am just taking the yellow and just making a thin line as well. With the blue, I'm doing the exact same thing. That's why I sped it up. I feel like you guys get the point. I didn't want to make this video super long, just want you guys making, oh my god, I seriously cannot talk today. You guys watching me just make lines over and over again. So I am just taking similar colors to the ones that she used in her nails. I just didn't have the exact ones, but I am kind of keeping it very similar. Now I am just literally doing line, underline, 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 just thicker, thinner. That white was thinner. This one is going to be thicker, so I am going to just take more product and just drag it literally across the nail with the brush. It's so easy to do lines with brushes. I honestly didn't have an issue. I think maybe the only issue might have been that I was using my left hand instead of my right, and I'm right-handed, but honestly, I feel like they came out pretty good. The lines came out pretty straight. Now for this nail, the last color will be yellow. And then I am going to be taking the blue and just doing a thin line in between the last two colors. So I do kind of have a pattern for what I'm doing, and I wanted to make it a little bit different for each nail. So for this middle one here, I am going to start with a darker blue. Again, I wanted just to switch it up a little bit, so that's why I'm doing this. But I am literally going to just repeat the exact same process. The very first line is the only one that we curve into like a French tip, but the rest are literally lines. The only thing you want to try to remember is trying to make it as straight as possible underneath one another, and cure after every single color. You want to make sure that the colors are next to each other and not blending into each other. So cure after every single color. So I am going to be repeating literally the exact same thing off of camera onto every single nail. The only difference is the color that I start with on every nail. I did want to switch it up and I started with a different one every single one, but I kind of kept that pattern that I already had kind of going. Any mommies out there, let me know in the comments down below what you guys did for Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone who I didn't get to say Happy Mother's Day to. But comment down below. I'm interested in knowing what you guys did. Let me know what you guys are going to be doing for Memorial Day weekend. I am honestly going to have an extra day off, so I'm so excited. This is the nails once I was done with all of the lines on every single nail. That's what it looked like. And I will go back and ask you guys questions, but I did want to show you guys that I purchased these from Amazon. I purchased like a set of little chains. You can get silver ones, you can't get gold ones, you can get different ones on there, but I purchased this one specifically because it had different types of chains and I wasn't sure which one I was going to use. But I did purchase these. Again, check the links down below, you guys will find them there. This is a chain I'm going to be using today, and another one. There's two specific ones. They weren't too thick. I didn't like how the thick ones looked on the nail, so I did go with a little bit of the thinner ones. Those are the two that I'm going to be using. I also purchased these charms online as well. I like these. These are the ones that honestly resemble the ones from that picture a lot. So I was like just on Amazon trying to find the ones that looked most like the ones on the picture. These half beads, I have been having them for a while from Amazon. These here, honestly, these I had for a very long time already, and this tool as well. I believe I got it from Amazon like years ago. If I find it, I will link it, but this one is to kind of create like piercings on your nails. They literally look like piercings. I just like stab my nail and I poke a hole through so that later on I could apply that little ring you guys see there. Those little rings, I just open them up and put them into the little holes. But in order to do these, I do poke a hole on my nails. You guys can see here, I was trying to be very careful and I didn't want to like stab my desk too hard. So I did just go in and just literally do like a piercing on my nail. And I do this, you guys, this motion you guys see here to open up that hole a little bit more. I don't just stab it. I want to like make it a little bit bigger so that the little rings do like loop in there, like go in there nicely. So I did do two on the ring finger and two on the pointer finger. This one's my pointer finger. As you guys can see, I am just kind of doing them next to each other, but not too close because you don't want them to like go into each other and just make like a whole big circle. But I did poke another hole for that second piercing on my nail. As you guys see here, you guys can see the holes there. I am going to show you guys that I did it on my ring finger as well. We will get back to that effect later on, but now back to these chains. I am going to just be like eyeballing how long I want this chain on my nail, just kind of measuring out where I'm going to place it and then cutting it. And then with some rhinestone glue, I'm just gonna be gluing this on. These little scissors here, you guys see, honestly worked perfect for the chain cutting. I thought I was gonna need like a specific tool, but honestly that the scissors worked fine, again, because they're not like too thick. It cut through them very easily. Now with my rhinestone glue, I'm gonna place it where I want that chain, and then I'm just gonna place the chain literally on top. But yeah, I want to ask you guys what you guys have planned for Memorial's Day weekend. I do have an extra day off, so I'm so excited. I'm off on Monday. I am going to be uploading this on Sunday, so you guys let me know what you guys are going to be doing. I feel like personally for us, we don't do much. I don't think my parents have anything planned. My sisters, I think they have plans already. At least my younger one does. I don't know about my older one, but I don't think we're going to plan anything big like together. I think we might just do like the beach. I don't know, but you guys stay updated with me on Instagram and TikTok. I upload there on my stories, and you guys can kind of follow what we're doing. Also, if you guys do follow me, you guys saw that we were in Vegas. We came back so sunburned, you guys. We got such a good tan. It was such a good time. I told you guys we're gonna be going to Vegas, and we were there literally for like a week. I did upload here and there to just show you guys what we were up to, but it was a fun time. Normally we do that for a family reunion every single summer, so that was fun. That's something nice to look forward to, knowing that we're all gonna get together, catch up, and just have a good time in Vegas. But now, as you guys see here, I did cut the second chain. This one I did do it a little bit longer, and I am applying this little charm you guys see here. I am applying it towards the end of that chain. I did want to make it look like it's necklaces with charms, so that's basically, I feel like, the idea. You guys are gonna see that I already did my ring finger off camera, and now I'm gonna show you guys how I did my middle finger. The way that I did my middle finger is the same way I did my pinky and my thumb, but I am only going to show you guys how I did my middle finger, and then obviously I repeat it on the other nails. I just didn't want to make this video literally like an hour long of me just showing you guys the same thing. But now, once I placed that first chain, I did under this one apply a little charm, a little heart with a cross in the center of it. So I am going to be placing it right underneath that, and then moving on with the next chain, I am going to be just placing the glue where I want it, and then I'm gonna just place it on top of that. But yeah, you guys, we had such a good time in Vegas. It was such a nice break for a week. I didn't have to worry about cleaning my house, cooking, doing any of that, homework, nothing. Literally just hanging out, just having a good time. Literally from the time that my kids opened their eyes, they would ask me to go to the pool, so we would be at the pool all morning till like maybe 3 in the afternoon, the latest that we stayed there, 3:30. So yeah, we enjoyed the pool. Honestly, like every single day was just pool. But it was such a really good time. You guys let me know if you have anything planned for the summer. If you guys are going anywhere, let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know where you guys are at watching me. I think that's so cool to see that everyone everywhere can watch me. Let me know, comment down below where you guys are from, where you guys are at. But after I placed that second chain, I did apply that little cross charm. And then now for this step you guys see here, I am going to be creating a chain. It's not an actual chain. I'm going to be placing these half beads, these gold half beads, and kind of creating a chain out of it. I saw that she had something like this in that picture, and I didn't have any chain like it, so I just figured I could do my own with these little charms here. So that just the half pearls, I'm just placing them big small. Sometimes I added like 2 small next to each other, but it was literally the smallest ones for my kit, and I just literally, just kind of did a small big. But yeah, I just kind of created a pattern as I went. Now, I did cure that, and for the fun part, you guys, I don't think I've pierced any nails recently online, so I did take one of these little rings. I did open it up, because obviously you can't like loop it through with it closed, so I did just take like little tweezers and my little, what are these called? My tweezers? I don't know. I don't think those are tweezers. Those are, I don't know what those are called on the right, but I'm using these. I believe I got this also. I must have gotten it from Amazon like years ago to open these little clamps. Are they clamps? Anyways, I use it just to open the little rings up, but I ended up just top coating my nails because I needed to top coat it before I applied the little rings so I can go ahead and stab the hole through the top coat. So I did just top coat everything. You do want to make sure you get really into the chain and really layer it on there, because sometimes after having your nails on for a while, the gold comes off. So I did want to make sure that I added a pretty good layer on there. I did poke a hole through the holes again off of camera. I forgot to show you guys in the video, but I did go ahead because obviously I had to open it up after the top coat, and you do want to apply these after the top coat because you don't want to top coat on top of these and then cure it and have that just stay in place. So I did just open those little rings up, and then I just placed it in the hole, just literally placed it and turned it. Once I had the two openings on my side, I closed them together and just tightened it a little bit. But that's literally it. I love how these like piercings on the nails look. I don't know what they're called, but that's what I call them, like, because they literally look like you pierced your nails. I'm just so excited for this nail set. I'm so excited to be back recording for you guys. I love how these nails turned out. I feel like they're a little bit on the long side, but I like the length. I love how they look. I'm not used to long nails anymore. Now for this finger here, for this ring here, I opened it up and then I went ahead and looped it through. Again, you want to place it in there and just turn it until you have the opening on your end so you can go ahead and close it. So I do clamp them together like this to kind of make it even again. After opening it, you kind of want to close it again and then squish them together to close up that opening. And yeah, I just copied the exact same method onto my ring finger. And once I did close that up, I did apply a little bit of rhinestone glue. I've never done this before, but I figured I should just close that opening so it doesn't open up on me. My hair doesn't get caught in there. It doesn't open up and fall off. So I did apply that and cured it. And then after that, I did apply a little bit of top coat as well, just in case I was going to be sticky. It wasn't. I didn't want it to like have anything stuck on there. So I just cured that as well. Once everything was done, it was time for a little bit of cuticle oil. So I did apply it onto every single finger. You want to make sure you bring everything back to life. So that's what I'm doing, just applying it everywhere, especially where it's dehydrated. You want to kind of hydrate it again. So that's what I'm doing here, just applying it everywhere. And I'm so excited for you guys to see these nails. This is what the nail set looks like. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. If you guys want to see more of my nail content, please subscribe right now. Let me know what you guys think about these nails in the comments down below. And I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have a very beautiful weekend, wherever you guys are at. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video.